And the team that has rewritten the NHL record books in the first month of the season scripts another chapter, this time at the Rangers' expense. Winnipeg Jets now 15-1 after the 6-3 win over the Rangers here at the Garden. John Giannone between the benches. Inside our Delta MSG studios from the Garden, Henrik Lundqvist and Steve Valiquette. Guys, the Rangers chased the game really from the first minute, and I wonder, Hank, first from you, if you were involved in a game like this, what would be your prevalent emotion after this 6-3 loss?
Well, there's no question Winnipeg is the best team in the league right now. And watching this game, the difference to me was anything the Rangers got, they really had to earn. Winnipeg didn't really give them much for free. On the other hand, the Rangers made a few mistakes that really cost them. I thought, to me, that was the big difference in this game. And that's a sign, obviously, a red-hot team. They're not giving up anything for free. You really have to earn anything. And Rangers definitely had chances. They had to work really hard for it, but they definitely had some opportunities. But with Winnipeg, and we talked about it going into the game, the quality of their plays, the east-west plays, they really exposed the Rangers a few times coming off of a couple mistakes.
John, maybe that question should have been for me because I witnessed what Henrik was like in the locker room after a game like this. Broken sticks in lockers, trust me. Now, I think he would be frustrated the same way Shesterkin is frustrated right now because the game plan wasn't executed. The Rangers would know that Winnipeg is the best team at moving the puck from one side of the ice to the next, and they were able to execute on that on 5 goals. So I'm wondering if everybody isn't in tune to the fact that when you look at who they've beaten this year, it's not like last season. Last season, the Rangers struggled against teams when it seemingly looked like they lost interest against teams that were not really quote-unquote playoff teams. But it's been Washington, Florida, and now Winnipeg, which has been the 3 heavy hitters that they've played that they haven't been able to beat. They haven't really been in the game. And the game was one that maybe could have gone, you could argue, either way. But I think a few individuals just had really miserable nights here for the Rangers as well, John.
Yeah, Steve, and I agree with you. That 5-minute cooling off period between end of game and when the media could come in, I was very thankful often that those Henrik stick slams would have calmed down by that point.
I'll never forget Minnesota and Colorado. That road trip was a rough one for the equipment managers.
Expensive for me, too.
For you, too.
Had to pay for it.
Well, let's see what Riley Smith has to say after the 5-minute cooling off period. Here's the Rangers winger after the 6-3 loss to Winnipeg.
Winnipeg just won 14 of their first 15 games. What makes them so difficult to play against?
They're opportunistic. I think, you saw that the second shift of the game, they get an opportunity to put in the back of the net. And I think that was the main difference in tonight's game is they executed on their opportunities and their chances, and we didn't.
Did you like your response early on to be able to come back and tie it multiple times?
Yeah, I think our game as a whole was pretty good. A couple lapses and transition led them to a couple good opportunities. But like I said, I think it's a pretty even game. They found ways to put it in the back of the net, and we didn't execute on our opportunities.
So you felt maybe a little bit more self-inflicted when it comes to your own opportunities there?
Yeah, I mean, in a game like that, they have a quick transition, so every now and then you're going to trade chances, and I think the opportunities they got, they put in the back of the net, and we didn't. So, I think overall it's a good game that we played. We just have to execute a little bit better on our opportunities.
What did you think of the compete level tonight?
I think it was good. There's odd man rushes going both ways, but those things are going to happen, especially when you play a fast transition team like them. So, I think there's positives to take from tonight. Unfortunately, we didn't pick up any points, but we'll have to get back on track next game.
And Riley Smith calling the Winnipeg Jets opportunistic, and that's probably an understatement when you consider the way the night unfolded. Steve, in the pregame show, we were focusing on north to south, get the Rangers up the ice. It was going to be maybe a track meet between these teams. You focused on east-west, and it certainly seemed like that was a huge element of the game.
Yeah, John, it's a factor on all 5 goals because goal number 3 is really a byproduct of what happened on goals 1, 2, and 4, and 5. So you look at everything and you're saying, okay, why is this team so good at transitioning the puck quickly and then getting it across the ice to the open man? It's what they practice. John, this is the best team in the NHL at getting the puck from one side of the ice to the other. They're the top team. They had 17 goals coming into this game, scored just like this. And the Rangers right now, they're the worst at defending against this. They're leaving men open far too frequently. The sliding is really hurting them, and they don't have great sticks. This is the #1 area they need to fix, and that's what I'm talking about. That's a broken play that starts off of an east to west. And again, when you talk about goal number 3, that's a shot, Henrik, you know it. Like, you explain to everybody what it feels like to have east to west chance, and then you're facing an open shot and what you're thinking.
Yeah, so we touched on this in the second intermission. As a goalie, obviously you want a short memory. You put everything that happened in the past, but it's hard not to think about the fact that the last 4 goals you've given up has been east to west. So here the Rangers, we lose the puck. The next issue is here. Panarin needs to stay back and cover up for Trouba, who jumps in on the play. But here you see Igor, he drops his right leg, preparing for a push from east to west, from right to left. Normally here, if you really lock in on the shot, you're going to go down on a regular butterfly. You will drop both knees. You'll be a lot more solid with your blocker. But because he drops just his right leg, he's not that solid, and it's also harder to really have an impact on that save.
That's why there's a hole. He just
exactly.
turns.
So again, as a goalie, you try to forget it.
Well, you're trying to maybe even cheat because you're anticipating a pass again.
And that's also an issue as a goalie when you start anticipating. You want to be, we always talk about this, you want to be ahead of the play. You want to try to predict what's going to happen. But you also have to play the situation. When you start jumping ahead too much and really think it's going to happen, but it doesn't, that's when you get in trouble. And we always talk about you need to be playing in the moment. Really play every situation in the moment and play the situation. And obviously you make a read, you try to be ahead of it and read where things going to go, but you still need to play the shooter. And I feel like looking at that, normally Igor would drop in a regular butterfly instead of just dropping the right leg.
Do you know what, Hank? I remember you going through this when I was your teammate. We had a bad run, John, of 2-on-1 success. And what Henrik had the coaches instruct the players to do was charge the puck carrier, because Hank said, I'd rather just have a breakaway because at least I know I got a breakaway instead of do I have pass, do I have shot. And do you remember that?
I do.
You know, and then we did it for a while until it didn't work.
Yeah, I figured that would eventually happen. Yeah, take the guesswork out of the play. Well, certainly in a night where there was a whole lot of buildup, there ends up being a lot of letdown for the Rangers. The Winnipeg Jets with a goal in period 1, 2 in period 2, 3 more in period 3, all to support Connor Hellebuyck, who is now 12-1 on the season.